Good morning, guys. It's Heather, and today I'm going to show you how I've been styling my hair for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, so what I've done so far this morning is I took a shower. When I put my hair in a little turby twisty thing to get most of the moisture out. The products that I spray in my hair, I've been trying to use some products up. I've been using this Redken Anti-Snap, Extreme Anti-Snap just on the ends of my hair. I've been putting this CAVIAR Miracle Multiplying Volume Mist all over my head. And, oh, that's not it. A couple of drops of my Wella Luxe Oil just through the ends of my hair where I have the most frizzy areas. And then I go do my makeup and I just let it, this is air drying, and it only gets worse from here. I do brush it through with a little wet brush. I like the kind with the vents, excuse the hair in it, because I used it this morning. Now in the past, I have tried everything. I've tried that, the brushes, the heat, the curl, you know, whatever, and I'm trying to use less heat on my hair as much as possible. I've gotten several tools over the last 6 months or so. The last one that I showed you guys was the Dyson Corral. It's the cordless flat iron, and I like it because it uses less heat. However, I'm finding myself that I am not straightening my hair so much, and I have not mastered the whole curl my hair with a flat iron. I had mentioned in that video that I had not tried the Dyson Airwrap, and it's expensive, and I realized that. And I'd seen several reviews of people that had mixed reviews on it. Not necessarily in love with it, or a tool or here or there that would work. Nordstrom was having their 25% off sale a few weeks ago, and I thought, you know what, now's the time to do it. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and I bought it. It did come in this giant case. You open it up, the little lid here, I'm not really sure why, and then everything nestles down inside of here. Here's the tool. This is how the tool is, and it comes with several different attachments. Now I have tried several. This one is just more like a hair dryer, which I have the Dyson hair dryer. You have the brush head with the little coated tips on it. You have, this is more like a comb type situation. There are no tips on this one. I've used both of those. I've also used this. Now this is the type of brush head that I had on the other, I think it was a Remington or something that I was using, and I liked it too. But these bristles are tough on my hair, and I didn't want to just dry it. The people that I've watched use, okay, these are the curling attachments. Okay, you have a smaller set, it's probably about 1 inch, and then maybe a 2 inch. I've seen them use this. Now they've had much longer hair, and these larger tools seem to work. I did, they were saying it's frizzy, whatever. I like the 1 inch for my length of hair, and I grab this little brush to go with, which is not super clean either. This is the Ceramic and Ion Olivia Garden brush. Put my wet brush away. It does take a second to understand which goes where, because one, you can see there are arrows on these, and they tell you which direction it's going to take your hair. So this one's going to go to the right, which is the right side. This one's going to go to the left, so that's the left side. And what I do is I put them on either side of my sink so that I know which side I'm doing. All right, and I just kind of finger comb my hair, and I do not partition it up to do the bottoms. I've tried it several different ways, and I have found that this works best for me when I have just washed my hair and it's almost air dry. I tried re-wetting my hair after washing it at night, and it doesn't look the same. My last week's vlog, and the several videos I just filmed yesterday was me trying to do it on dirty hair, night after hair by re-wetting my hair, and it doesn't seem to work as well. I'm gonna work left first. There is a little locking mechanism here. This pops on, and it stays on. And I do use this on the highest setting. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm not gonna talk anymore. I'm gonna show you what I do, and then after my head's done, I'll talk again, okay? I'll probably put this to some music and fast forward it a little bit. All in all, it takes under 10 minutes. I take my brush, I give myself the section I wanna do, Now I'm going to just let it kind of dry, cool while it's still warm. Make sure I didn't miss any areas. I see one little spot here that I may have missed because it's still straight. And I flip it over like that so that it, okay, what this does is it's hot air. Well, you can see I'm still putting my hand on it. I can't grab it for long, and the hot air just turns around so I don't have to dry and then flat iron my hair. So I get this close to the root and I lift and lift and lift, and if this had a brush head on it, I couldn't come back down. It just keeps wrapping itself back around, and I reposition this to try to get the pieces of hair completely curled. And the bigger the area, the longer I have to stay there. So if I want a chunkier area, I get a larger chunk on here, larger wrap of hair. It takes a little longer because I'm trying to get the root dry. I'm trying to get the curls to set. But I just let it cool a little bit. And from here, I don't even use a brush. I use my fingers. And then in 30 minutes or so, it'll kind of set, settle into where it's going to be for the day. Some days that's prettier curl than other. Give me 1 second. That's my daughter. That was my daughter calling to say good morning. So let me turn around. You can see there is volume through here. I do have some longer layers in here, but I just kind of let it settle where it wants to settle for the day. And after it's settled, I might put just a little bit of hairspray in it, depending on the weather outside. I have a hair stuck to my face. Hold on a second. There it is. And it might be a little frizzy at my root, but I think I prefer that over that flat, sleeked, almost like my hair is oily feeling with it so stuck to my head. I don't mind a little bit of frizzy to get the volume that I've been getting by doing this. I know that this is a pricey tool, but it is the only thing. Give me 1 second. I was trying to find another way to do this. Now, and I'm not going to pull out that Remington one that's like a hair dryer with those hard bristles that I showed you in here. I even bought this. This is the Revlon Salon one-step hair dryer and volumizer. But the barrel on this is so large, I am not going to get a curl. All this is going to do is make my hair go whoosh. This is not going to work for me. If I had hair here, I might be able to get some, movement in it. It's not even going to make it curly. It's going to make it wavy, I guess, if I had really long hair. With my length hair, it's not going to do anything. Now, if it's super frizzy, I'll go back in with a little bit more of that Lux oil. But I feel like this curl lasts me all day long. I go to bed, I sleep on it the next morning. It's not horrendous. I'm not embarrassed to wake up with crazy hair. My hair does not hold curl with a curling iron, with a curling wand, and I apparently am not coordinated enough to use a curling wand. I've actually put them away in my drawer. The ones that I do use the most, I have a beach waver, but that's if I want little tight curls. And you have seen me for the last couple of years using that or my T3. And these are about the same size wand. This one rotates back and forth. But I have been buying and buying and buying, trying to find the right tool to give me some volume. Now this will settle down a little bit, but the volume that I get, the bounce that I get, and ultimately I'm not drying it and then using a curling iron or then using a flat iron. I feel like this just gives me, I have a little bit of frizz up here, but I'm okay with that. I feel like everything else, and if I need to, like I said, I'll take a bit of Lux oil and I'll just kind of smooth out the tops. But I don't even want to brush through this. I just want to leave it, kind of finger messed up, finger styled. My hair was drier than normal this morning when I started doing this. Normally, I'm still in my robe from my shower when I do my hair, so it's a little wetter by the time I'm done with my makeup. But this morning, I had to go upstairs, get the camera set ready, do my makeup, and I did all this after the shower, so I probably should have done that in reverse. But anyway, it is the Dyson Airwrap. There's, in my opinion, not another tool, sorry, just hit the camera, out there that does what this one does so well. I mean, like I said, this has the same, I have that hot air brush. I think it's by Remington, I think is what it was. And I like it for the volume it gives, but it doesn't do the curl like this does. We have the brushes if you want to brush it straight, 2 different types of brushes. 2 different sizes of the curling wands itself. I mean, this is the size I use for the length of hair, and then you can also use it as a hair dryer. So this one tool acts as many tools, and I just pop these off. These other pieces I don't use this often. I use these 2 the most, so they stay right here in my little tool drawer with the Dyson Airwrap base, and that's what I pull for. I now have, besides the hair dryer, which my husband loves, Dyson does a good job. I mean, you pay for the product that you get. This is our hair dryer, and if I'm rushing to bed and I had to wash my hair like I did over the weekend because we worked so hard in this house, then I'll just use this and dry my hair really fast to go to bed. But I now have 4 tools in here. This one's going to get returned simply because I don't have that length of hair to be able to make this work with my hair. So I was trying to find an alternative to this because I didn't want to pay the nearly $500, and I didn't. I got the 25% off, but there's not an alternative to it out there. So this will smooth out a little bit. I'll probably put a little bit of oil in it, just in the fronts here, and a little bit of hairspray to set it for the day because I don't think we're getting rain today, so I may not do that. But that's what I've been doing. It will settle in a little while. I'm gonna go over to Emily's house today and let the doggies play. She's got a final today, so she's gotta get that done first before I head over there. But that's what I've been doing. Some days it works really well and I get really cute hair out of it. Some days it's not quite as good. It should have been a little wetter when I started today, but that's okay. That's what I've been doing. It's the Dyson Airwrap, and I don't see an alternative out there. If you have an alternative, something that works, that doesn't have the brushes, I mean, what this does, it just keeps grabbing hold of the hair and takes it back from the root all the way to the tip, and I don't think there's an alternative to it, guys. All right, that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys are having a happy day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.